From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass, Pennsylvania's racing show. Pit Pass features all your favorite tracks, interviews, highlights, thrills and spills. And here are your hosts, Ron Fox and Jan Miller.
Hello and welcome to Pit Pass here on WHVL. It was another rainy weekend.
Yeah, I've been doing Pit Pass for 5 years now, and it's weekends like the past few that stress me out and prematurely ages me. I mean, look at the gray hair. It's hard to believe I'm only 29 years old.
Yes, that is hard to believe. Anyway, we have highlights from Dog Hollow Speedway on Friday night.
We will also get amped up with some highlights from America's Motorsports Park from Saturday night.
Yes, and I have a story on a new sprint car team.
Let's get started with some action from Friday night from Dog Hollow Speedway. The first feature event under the DMS Motorsports banner was the 15-lap Pure Stock race. Outside pole sitter Bryant Small grabs the lead before they get to the start-finish line. Andrew Koenig, who won the first heat race on the evening, slides into second. Chris Hickok in the 84 closes on the 33K of Koenig going into turn 3. Hickok then dives under Koenig as they exit turn 4. Hickok has a fender lead at the line. Koenig then cuts it low as they exit turn 2, yet cannot regain the position. Behind them, Marshall Detweiler in the yellow and white 56 Imler Poultry's ride challenges the 5L of John Lee for the 4th spot. As they come down to complete lap 2, they are about dead even. The 7 of Flying Ryan Claycomb and Ben Krause in the blue number 10 run 5th and 6th respectively. Up front, just as Hickok is about to pressure Small for the lead, he slows in turn 4 to bring out the yellow. As it turned out, Hickok had put his fuel filter in backwards while working on the car earlier in the week. So there's a lesson for you, boys and girls. Now back to green flag racing. Exiting turn 2, it's 3 wide. Detweiler gets shuffled out of the battle for 4th place. Claycomb has the inside position on Krause through 3 and 4. Lee is right on the tail of Koenig exiting the turn. Krause tries to make a move to the outside of Claycomb, then sneaks under him through 1 and 2. Krause gets a good bite exiting turn 2 and sets his sights on Lee and Koenig. In the battle for 2nd place, we see a nice little simultaneous spin by Lee and Koenig. That brought out caution number 2. However, before they could restart the race, the skies opened up again. After the rain stopped and the track was prepped again, racing resumed. Koenig retained his spot and Lee went to the tail of the field. Small pulled away from the 33K. We had 2 restarts with 9 laps down. During the first, Krause was spun out in turns 1 and 2, yet retained the 3rd spot, while Claycomb went to the tail of the field. As they set sail to complete the last 6 laps, Small again pulls away from Koenig, Krause, and Detweiler. Krause and Koenig would race side by side for 2nd place for the next full lap before Krause took the spot. Small continued to extend his lead, while David Baer in the blue 19 took 4th place away from Detweiler. With less than 2 laps to go, Detweiler slides off the backstretch, allowing Claycomb to move into 5th. And at the end of 15 laps, it was Bryant Small taking the checkers in the Pure Stock feature. Krause, Koenig, Baer, and Claycomb round out the top 5. Dwayne Steiner started on the pole position of the super late model feature. Outside pole sitter Mike Blos runs the middle of turns 1 and 2, while Dan Swartzlander in the blue and white number 3 works to his inside. As they head into turn 3, they get sideways, stacking up the field behind them to bring out the yellow flag. On the restart, Steiner again gets a slight lead on Blos as they head into turn 1. Steiner hugs the bottom of the turns, then slides out ahead of Blos on the exit of the turn. They would run 1-2 for the next few laps. In the early stages of the race, Clay Coatman ran in the 3rd spot, just ahead of this duo, Sean Clore number 20 and Jared Miley in the H1, who was involved in the first lap crash. And behind them was this trio consisting of Todd Salek, number 32, Ron Delano in the Zero Machine, and the 81 of Dwayne Tannehill, all mixing it up for the 6th through 8th positions on the track. Gabe Schaefer would slow on the front stretch to bring out the caution. The restart would not go well, as Clore tries to avoid running into Blos, causing him to spin and also collecting Salek and the 7 of Rudy Bassaro. On the restart, Steiner again was able to keep Blos at bay, and after another restart only a couple of laps later. Miley made a move on Copeman for the 3rd spot at turns 3 and 4, but spun out in the process. On the single foul restart, Steiner jumps out to about a 4-car length advantage over Blos. But just 1 lap later, they get together in the middle of 1 and 2 while Copeman sneaks by. Steiner ended up with a flat left rear tire while Blos was sent to the rear of the field. So now Copeman has the point. Sitting in 2nd is the 26 of Brandon Delano. 3rd belongs to Dwayne Tannehill. George Dixon Jr. was 4th, while Terry Rayco in the 14 and the 12 of Sam Gindelsberger raced for the 5th position. By this point in the race, there were only 11 of the 22 starters still in the race, and Blos had worked his way up to 4th place. After a caution with 10 laps to go, Blos worked to the inside of Tannehill to take over 3rd. In the waning laps, Blos challenged Brandon Delano for the runner-up spot, but eventually Delano began opening the gap over Blos. And Clay Copeman would hold them both off to claim a 17th career victory at Dog Hollow.
Well, congratulations on your win. Do you think you had anything on Blos and Steiner?
I don't know if I did. I felt myself coming to them a couple times, but I mean, it might have been real hard to get around them. I don't know how much they were getting slowed up racing each other. I think we had a chance, but it would have been tough if that didn't happen to them.
Now, you've raced here many times before and won many times before. What do you think of the new clay surface?
The track's great. This is probably the best I've ever seen the track. I mean, I'm really impressed with how the track was tonight.
Okay, now Dog Hollow was closed for half a year last year, and now it's reopened. I bet you're excited about that. Did you have other plans for Friday if they wouldn't have opened?
I probably wouldn't have raced Friday. I mean, I might have went to Lernerville a couple times here and there, but it'd probably be like last year. We mostly just sat out Fridays after they closed.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Following Clay Copeman across the line were Brandon Delano, Mike Blos, Dwayne Tannehill, and Terry Rayco.
Well, congratulations once again to Clay Copeman. I have to wonder, though, if he would have won. Delano did such a good job at blocking Blos.
I think Brandon Delano had Blos covered on that night. It was certainly a strong run for the young man.
Well, we have to disagree there.
Okay. Coming up next, we get amped up. It's some Saturday night action. Pit Pass returns right after this.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Millheim Small Engine, your local Husqvarna dealer, located just 1 mile west of Millheim. Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Visit PoconoRaceway.com for tickets. Health South Nittany Valley Rehabilitation, the choice in stroke care.
What is it that makes a Husqvarna dealer a Husqvarna dealer? Well, just look close at the engineering in our outdoor power equipment. We're known for high performance and reliability in everything we make. So is it any wonder your Husqvarna dealer is also known for high performance and reliability in everything they do? With a nationwide network of Husqvarna dealers, there's one just around the corner.
Millheim Small Engine and Hardware is located just 1 mile west of Millheim.